Helen Reddy is from Australia. Her father is a writer and comedic actor and a producer. Her mother is an actress, so she's show business oriented. Been in the United States about 5 years. Here's her current hit, Peaceful. Last week at number 12, now 23. Helen Reddy with Peaceful.
American Top 40.
Now on AT40, the current hit by the female singing star who says that she used to be a Catholic priest. And if you give her a chance to explain before you try dropping a net over her, she'll tell you that she believes in reincarnation, as a lot of folks do, and that she once had a reading by a psychic who saw her as a man with a kind of grill in front of her face, or his face. Well, the artist interpreted that scene as the confessional in a Catholic church and recognized herself in her role as a priest in a prior life. Now, if that psychic had looked into the future rather than the past, she could have told her subject that she would soon be a high priestess of women's lib and one of the biggest female singing stars of the 70s. At number 37 this week, here's Helen Reddy.
Tell me again, Mommy. I love you, Mommy.
I love you too, baby.
Helen Reddy back on the charts again with another powerful song. At number 37, it debuts, You and Me Against the World.
American Top 40.
This is Casey Kasem in Hollywood and our special countdown of the biggest hits of the year. Now, who would ever forget the ultra-feminist acceptance speech this next artist made at the Grammy Awards a couple of years ago? She said, I want to thank my husband and manager, Jeff Wald, because he makes my success possible. And God, because she makes everything possible. And it's possible that the lady has 2 hits among the year's top 100. This one's at number 71. Here's Helen Reddy. At number 71 in the countdown, Helen Reddy's Leave Me Alone, Ruby Redress. 70 hits to number 1 and counting down.
American Top 40.
This is Casey Kasem in Hollywood, and now I have the latest hit by the superstar who had such a tough time getting started that her friends threw a surprise fundraising party for her. It happened back in the fall of 1968. The singer had just come to this country from Australia. She couldn't get a work permit right away, and the only singing jobs that she could get were a wedding in Long Island, a bar in Manhattan, and a talent night in the Catskills. As a matter of fact, she was doing so poorly that her friends figured that the fundraiser might be the only way she'd be able to come up with enough money for food and rent. Well, they didn't get enough money to buy many groceries or to even cover her rent that night. By the end of the evening, they'd collected only $35. But the singer found something a lot better than money that night. You see, there was a party crasher, an aspiring young agent who met the singer, liked her, and asked her out. She accepted his invitation. And 4 days later, when he asked her to marry him, she said yes, which turned out to be one of the best decisions Helen Reddy ever made. Because since then, husband and manager Jeff Wald has guided her career to superstardom and turned Helen Reddy into a millionaire. This week, she debuts at number 36 with her latest. Oh, this is a great one. Remember You're My World? It was done originally by Cilla Black. Here's Helen Reddy. There's our 5th debut record in a row on American Top 40 at number 36, You're My World by Helen Reddy.
American Top 40.
Well, now I have the latest hit by the lady who came to this country with little more than a dream and $200 to support herself and her 3-year-old daughter. It was back in 1966 when she landed in New York City, and after the promise of an audition with a record company fell through, she began living the life of many struggling young singers. She worked in second-class bars and third-rate clubs, just about any place where they'd pay her to get up and sing. It was 4 long years before she finally landed a recording contract and came up with her first chart record. That was I Don't Know How to Love Him in 1971. The following year, she hit the big time, going all the way to number 1 with a song she also wrote, her feminist anthem, I Am Woman. And since then, Helen Reddy has sold more than 10 million singles and 15 million albums, picked up a slew of major awards, and become one of the top female singers in the business. And a couple of years ago, to show her appreciation to the American fans whose support made all that success possible, Helen and her husband Jeff Wald donated $250,000 to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center here in Los Angeles. This week, the latest addition to her American success story is at number 18 on AT40. Helen Reddy's You're My World. Helen Reddy at number 18, second week in a row on American Top 40 with You're My World.
The hits from coast to coast.